40 Lowndes Square here, it took a long time to build because you're in a very constrained site. We dug down nearly 11 metres. You know, you're holding up a facade at one end, a different level at the back. And that's not always the right way for a project. It was in this instance. The aspirations of the shareholders was to produce the finest building in Lowndes Square, and I believe they did. Lowndes Square was originally built as 2 townhouses. It was then subsequently knocked into apartments, and it was acquired from Abramovich in 2014. He was going to turn it into one house, but we decided commercially that wasn't what we wanted, and we embarked on a journey to get consent for what we've ultimately built, which is an 8-unit scheme, 5 principal units, 3 staff units, secure underground car parking, and ultimately an incredibly high-tech, very high-spec building behind an original Georgian facade. 1508 London were both the architects and the interior designers. They have also then carried on to do all of the FF&E for the show flat we're sitting in now, the 2nd floor. And the principle really is that the base build for all the other apartments is kind of the bones for what they've then embellished and taken forwards into this flat. So fireplaces, dressing areas. We've built a fabulous product, but we've left the design there for people to come and personalise. As a design, we put all the principal rooms onto the front, where we were able to get between this room we're in, for example, here. This is the full width of a townhouse, but the actual apartment stretches either side so that you get your principal master bedroom facing the front as well. The whole of the 1st floor spans nearly 8 windows wide. It's the whole front terrace of 2 townhouses, which you just can't do unless you build a whole new structure behind the facade. We've not gone for open plan living, for example, in these units. We keep a lot of the sort of family / kitchen type areas away from a lot of the formal design spaces at the front. Whilst we had lovely width and in areas depth within the scheme, we also have level changes between Lowndes Square and Harriet Mews at the rear, which sort of dictated how a lot of the design went. We were keen to maintain the lovely floor-to-ceiling height you get certainly in the ground, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And then on the penthouse, you know, we cut away big chunks of the old roof to create a lovely big double height void. There's a parking space per flat, all secure underground. There's a lift at the rear, charging points, washing points, everything you need. You also can get residence parking for the square. 24-hour concierge. You know, I don't think people who walk in here expect to find what they do behind the fairly unassuming facade. So you're getting a product in Lowndes Square that you just can't get unless you actually build a whole new structure.